Welcome to Wanna Bet, the daily gambling game show that takes betting seriously, but not much else. Get our favorite plays on the totals, sides, props, exotics, and futures to jump on now.
So let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Subject som kere konsoldater konsolferino. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben.
What's going on? Welcome to Wanna Bet. I'm Jason. That's Ben. Hadn't done it in a while. Had to think about it. Could you see the wheels turning?
I could.
They were turning kind of slowly. But we got home.
We did.
Got home. Kylie Mizzou is staring at me. I kind of want to grab an oven mitt and push her out of the way, but you know me, I'm not cruel to animals, even the stuffed kind. But she's giving me the stink eye, but I don't know why, because she's got no place in the show today. Obviously a lot of volume has come in since the last show we did. We had a nighttime show. Ben's had a lot going on, opening day Thursday, a lot of things to get updated on. And then a lot of things to get to today, obviously. So there you go. That's where things stand at the bottom since May 21st, our first show. I had a nice start to the baseball season. Obviously, the Cubbies rolling over to the Nats, I didn't see coming, but don't worry, we're going to be back on that series this weekend, and I think we'll get the results we want. Look, at that price, Texas was the right play, Beltway Ben, and Texas was arguably the better team for more minutes of that game. The Big not hitting some foul shots early, the Big getting in foul trouble. They were one box out away from probably winning that game. The way it was priced, I thought it was a toss-up game, and I was very confident would go over. And that part of it came through, and I don't regret taking Texas. The Kraken winning 4-3 in Buffalo last night. I'm in love with a model, Beltway Ben. I'm in love with an NHL model. Shout out, brother Rafa. And then, look, we had a little parlay there, Nebraska and Arizona. I don't think any of us thought Arizona was going to be pushed too much. I got to give Iowa credit, Beltway Ben. I mean, they continue to be gutsy. When Nebraska got up 10 there pretty quickly, I thought maybe they keep hitting a few more shots, and this is one where Iowa rolls over. Wrong. And Nebraska came up short late, and Iowa kept producing. And look, I don't think Iowa goes any further, Beltway Ben, but I'm not fading Iowa with points anymore. That's for damn sure. Like, I'm not going to take Illinois to cover against them. Iowa, they got some special sauce. I have to give them their due.
Yep. Then they were down for freaking 38 minutes or whatever it was. Yeah. When the three goes in, you're like, oh, they're gonna win this game. They knocked down the three, and then Nebraska, the complete panic from a team who's played together for years, whose coach is a vet. It was disappointing to see, but again, good for Iowa. They play good basketball at the right time. You have to give the team credit. And McCollum is a great coach, and it's called what it is. Very good coach. He's finding ways to win. I know you're going to be on it. We'll talk about first down, but we will go against them, not by the points, but we will fade them in a certain way in just a little bit. It wasn't a great Jordan Alvarez hitting a ball. Jordan Alvarez hitting a ball that's 500 feet and hitting the ceiling and going foul. Don't even get me started, because we have the roof closed. That would have been 1+ hit run RBI would have got us the unit. But instead, he didn't do anything. Hunter Brown should have just took his regular strikeouts. Instead, I pulled it down one like an idiot. The Orioles cast for Jason and I. Jason was tailed me with that. Freddie Peralta didn't have his A stuff, but did get us to the strikeouts. The Miz, I think, struck out 4 batters in the first inning. Jesus. 11 Ks for him. A really good start for your Brewers. That was.
I'm not saying anything.
I'm
not sure they're my Brewers this year yet.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I did take note, Beltway Ben. I took note.
I was watching. I'm like, oh, here we go. I was waiting for a text. I did not get a text.
No, it's early.
Yeah, it's
Chandler Simpson not starting that game pissed me off.
Yeah.
Rays, I'm looking at the stolen bases. I want stolen bases. The dude gets 1 AB late in the game, gets a hit. It's like,
how about their bullpen? Really good showing there. Seymour, what the hell was that? And then you try to have Jackson Clevenger come in to save the day like they used to, and they couldn't do anything either. No. That was it was an interesting one to say the least. But I talked to Jason about it before the show. 2 Houston futures. I'm kicking myself. I had doubled down when we revisited a few futures. I put
Yes.
that and Yaxel to win most outstanding player in the Final Four. And I lost 2 units on them yesterday. They go down 7 in the first half, and I still was I talk about college basketball games all the time. I was still very confident they were going to win the game. Get it down to 2 at halftime, tie it early in the second half. Here we go. They're going to blow them out. Boy, was I wrong. There comes a 20-0 run, 5-minute scoring drought for Houston, whatever the hell that was. Just pathetic, disappointing. It sucked. I was very upset. I really, 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 really was rooting for Kelvin Sampson. Scared for him. I think he might retire. I hope he gives another run. But I don't know. These last 2 years, these were the team. You know what I mean? Like I don't know that he's going to have another team as talented as last year or this year again for next season. And it wasn't a bad year. It wasn't an amazing year, but I think this might be the way he goes out. So it was a good run for Kelvin. Wish he could have gotten more done. I thought you get a matchup with Iowa there next round to get back to the where they certainly would have been there. So unfortunate, but again, I finished down a little bit. Also, one last thing, I literally was kicking myself. Sometimes this happens with me in the MLB too, just to be honest. I'd given out Jake Berger, Gunnar, and who else? It was Jake Berger, Gunnar, and somebody else.
I saw some of Jake Berger's at bats.
Oh, that dude. I'm telling people he's gonna have. Oh, Michael Busch. Busch and Jake Berger, no sweat. I get it done early, whatever. Gunnar screws me. He didn't have a good day. It's fine. But the later in the day, I started feeling Adley in the morning. I started feeling Adley. I gave it out on the radio. I gave it out in the Discord for a full unit. And Adley cashes. Gunnar doesn't. I'm like, if I would have parlayed Adley in there, the number was plus 433. Adley would have taken it because
higher.
Gunnar was minus 160. Adley was minus 111. Like that would have shot us, even better direction. I was furious. I'll be honest. I did put like $4 to win 135 on MLB parlay yesterday in cash. I was throwing all types of stuff in there. I'll tell you, because I've basically moved a bunch of the strikeout numbers to a regular number and got all those, then some hit runs, RBI. So that cashed for me, but not a great day here.
You mentioned the Discord. You might as well put that up before we get back to my ugly mug and yours. There you go, $1.06 a day. Some NBA plays that I loved as soon as they populated last night. Those numbers are long gone. We're looking at 5 points on these totals going up since we jumped them in the Discord yesterday to where they are now. So we're in there all the time. We try to make it worth $1.06. Everybody who's joined, we've had great retention so far. So I'm looking at that as a positive sign, and we do our best to earn that $1.06 a day. All right, Beltway Ben. I against I. I against I. Jalen Williams, you'll get your turn. I'll come back to you, Jalen Williams, at some point. Jalen I against I Williams. All right, Ben. You mentioned Iowa and Illinois. And I'll mention Purdue and Arizona. I'm not overthinking this. Fanatics minus 115. Arizona to win. Illinois to win. I think Arizona, it's odd to me. So the number's around 6. Every analytical place that I trust has this game between 2 and 3 points. I think Arizona's going to beat them by double digits. And I did put some money on Arizona minus 6. But let's just take them on the money line here. Purdue continues to not really impress me. The point guard looks a little sped up, looks a little off. His size seems to be working against him quite a bit lately. I just think Arizona is the better team, the more athletic team. I think they're better offensively and defensively. Purdue's been lucky as hell. I'm sorry. Like I think the draw has favored them, but Arizona to me has been in a different class. I mean, you look at what they were doing, flying east and beating Duke and all that stuff early, and then to back it up in that conference the way they did. I think Arizona's the best team in the country, and I don't think they're losing to Duke on the West Coast. And then, look, I'm not laying anything against Iowa anymore. Like, Iowa's a little engine that could, and they're this close to the Final Four. Who knows? But, God damn, it's a good Illinois basketball team. They fixed their defensive woes. Boy, do they have length. Boy, are they athletic. Boy, can they beat you in different ways. It's not like last year where they couldn't shoot the 3 that good, but they had to just keep shooting it and hope it went in. Like, they actually play on the road. They play neutral. They're very familiar with Iowa. Like, the things McCollum's going to throw at them, I don't think is going to have them crap in their pants the way it had Hoiberg crap in his pants. How about 4 guys on the court? I don't care whether the ref should have said something or not. Come on
Dude.
now. Chance to go to the Elite Eight and we don't have enough dudes on the court? I don't think that's happening with Underwood. I'm sorry. I don't think Lightning striking twice. So I'm, again, laying nothing with Illinois. And it's not my favorite play in the world, but we're getting close to, a little bit juiced, 5 cents juiced over a normal bet. That's what I did. And I don't know that I'm doing a whole lot else. I told you, I put a little money on Arizona -6. I like this parlay. I'm not sure I'm going to have anything else cooking Saturday in these games, by the way, Ben.
Yeah, it's not your favorite bet. It's one of mine. We're on 2 units on that. I don't see either of these teams losing on Saturday. I will tail you for that. And the last 2-unit tail ended just fine. Kevin Willard. And it also got us a good video clip that we could run with for a couple of weeks talking about how much of a bozo he is.
Yeah.
So the last 2-unit tail did work in our favor. I think it will again here. I agree with you.
Come on, GG.
We didn't even talk about it during the preview. I don't want to get into it too much. 4 dudes on the court in the most important spots.
How about that?
What is up with these in the most important spots? I'm talking about Willard not taking a timeout. You talk about Florida trying to foul. These coaches. And by the way, those 2 worked in favor of Iowa, both of them together. But I don't understand. In the biggest moment, and again, that's a Nebraska team that is veteran driven. How does that happen? I can't. I genuinely can't. Disgusting. But for me, first down. Shea Langoliers over 1.5 hits.
Best catcher in the 2019 draft.
-112. Listen, there's a lot of people that are going to be on Kurtz today. Everybody's talking about Brent Rooker's numbers against Gaussman. 4 for 8, I think, with a home run. Hits him very well. Gaussman struggles against righties and is better against lefties. One of those reverse splits guys. And this isn't, I talk about it's hard delving into splits, but Gaussman has been like that consistently, right? It's not just last year. It was in spring training. It was the season before that. He's been pretty consistent to get hit a little harder against righties. Last year wasn't a terrible year for Gaussman. I think I overlooked it a little bit because I didn't remember him being as kind of solid as he was. I know he's dealt with some stuff. He's getting older, but he wasn't bad. Righties did hit him a little harder. Shea Langoliers is one of the more underrated guys. I think he could be catcher number 1 all season long. I am buying the fallback from Cal Riley. And the catchers in the MLB they're on a ton of great ones right now. I do think Shea hits for power in the spot in this lineup with the way that the A's are. Pitching is the A's scare, right? The A's lineup is going to produce. You have a lot of guys who can drive the baseball, a lot of dudes who drive some runs in, who will get on base for him, where he's hitting the 3 or 4 spot, wherever he is. Guys who can hit the ball out of the park, even like Lawrence Butler being down towards 7, 8, or 9. We know that guy. Hopefully it's a bounce back year for him. But I do think there will be a lot of opportunities for Shea to drive in some runs. Talk about Jacob Wilson, everything he does getting on base and how damn good he was last year in his first year. I just buy this lineup a lot. And I do think Gaussman, especially in the dome, right? You don't get the wind that you once get when you're pitching outside this time of the year, how cold it is. So I think Shea Langoliers is going to get to him a little bit. I like him over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs at -112.
I like watching the swinging Sacktown A's play baseball. Second down. Look, you can't get Clippers, Pacers over 235.5 anymore. That's long gone. If you look around and you look hard, and I'm talking places like, if you've got access to it, Hard Rock, you can still find 238.5 -110. I think this thing's headed towards 240. I think there's a lot of points here to be had. The Pacers are just completely inept defensively. 5 of the last 6 meetings between these teams are over this total. Indiana's over in 6 straight games. All those games are over by 13.5 points, by the way, Ben. Like, not even close. The great thing about Indiana is they don't play any defense. And then when they get down 20, they start hitting all these threes, and they're a great garbage time offense. That's a really good combination for overs. Pacers are over in 10 of their last 11 at home. All those overs are over by at least 8.5 points. So we're talking 3 possessions. Last 7 at home, Pacers are allowing 126 points per game while scoring about 112. The Clippers aren't an offensive juggernaut, but everybody gets theirs against the Pacers. And the Clippers are over in 4 of their last 6 on the road. So we like the over here.
Second down for me, we're going to play Yordan Alvarez over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. I don't want to be the person that, it's due. We're going to keep rolling it over. But we took him for 1 yesterday, and that was more of a toss-in because I didn't think that he wouldn't score a hit, run, or RBI against an Angels team who impressed me yesterday. I better not start seeing them play good baseball because, I'll jump on that
Trout home run.
Stolen bases, a bunch of walks. Mike Trout's back. If they start playing good baseball, damn
how
well.
long? He's back till Memorial Day. Then he falls.
I actually
apart.
got him for $14.
Humpty Dumpty. When does
Cheap
Humpty
buy.
Dumpty fall off the wall again? I'm going to say June the 12th. I hope not. I'm a Trout guy.
I'm a Trout guy too.
Joe Adell. Come on, Joe Adell. You hit some homers today, Joe Adell.
Yeah, we could use that for the future. But I'm not buying the Astros this year, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
I do like Yusei Kikuchi. I've liked Yusei Kikuchi for a while. My dad always gives me stuff.
You say Kikuchi. I say Kikuchi.
Yeah.
Kylie says
we
Kikuchi.
all say Kikuchi.
We all say Kikuchi.
We all do say Kikuchi.
Who doesn't like to say Kikuchi?
No, yeah.
It sounds like Kikuchi, even though obviously he's Japanese, doesn't Kikuchi sound like it could be like Spanish for a part of the female anatomy? Like, couldn't you see, like, if in Brazil, people said Kikuchi
Americans
to mean,
say Coochie,
you know what I mean? To mean like a female region, don't you think?
That's said
like in Colombia
America.
Or like Venezuela, they say like Kikuchi to mean.
In America, some people say Coochie as a
right, but I think Kikuchi makes me.
You think
I don't know. It sounds a little more like Latin to me. Like a little more Latin flair, even though obviously it's a Japanese name.
That's an interesting.
Are you buying what I'm selling? I mean, you're
I can hear
open-minded.
I am incredibly open-minded. Yeah, sometimes they do put just a few.
Like I'm thinking of Charo. Now I've totally lost you. Like now I've skewed dinosaur. Your dad, especially if he watched The Love Boat, he knows Charo. Ask Papa Hall about Charo. I could just picture her like like with the ukulele or whatever, singing about Kikuchi.
I know Selena.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that movie. Watched it with my family, a bunch growing up.
There you go.
So what a crazy story.
Her manager, right?
Oh, like the fan club.
Yeah. Like fan club manager, whatever. Head of the fan club. Yeah.
Right. Crazy.
Oof. Sorry, I didn't mean to derail
all that. He does face Kikuchi, and as Jason said, your Kikuchi, my Kikuchi. We're all, you say Kikuchi, we all say Kikuchi.
I didn't quite say it the way you actually said it better than me.
No, I think Yordan Alvarez.
You took it up a notch. Being as open-minded as you are, I stayed at like PG-13, a little bit R. You took it not triple X, but I say single X.
Yeah, I hear you. No, but here for me, I'm going to play Yordan. Facing Kikuchi, he's got 3 home runs. He's hitting north, of 380. Been swinging the bat well against him when he faced him. And Yordan's been a guy that's been a reverse guy for a long time. For a long time, Yordan's been really good against left-handed pitching. That has been something that's stuck with him. And yesterday, I just said it. He hit a ball that was gone anywhere else yesterday. It hits the roof and falls foul. I mean, just complete BS. He is healthy, though. Last year, I know we attacked this matchup a few times and had some success. He might be able to get to some other guys in the lineup, but I do expect Yordan to drive the baseball. He always can cash this with the home run, the long ball that we see from him time and time again. But at the same time, he also drives in a run, sack fly, a walk at some point other in the game, and then he ends up coming around to score a run. He's going to get some prime at-bats in this game, and I do think he comes through for us here. So Yordan Alvarez over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at -142.
Hop Zeit. If you'd have told me Denmark was going to score 4 times yesterday and my guy Rasmus Højlund would not get one of them, I'd have said, no, man, I really, really think we're in good shape there. They're going to get 4 all in the second half. So much for that. Look, Beltway Ben, I don't want to belabor this point about what happens in the Discord, because what happens in the Discord in a lot of cases should probably stay in the Discord. But you're not going to get Dallas Portland at 235 anymore. In fact, good luck finding it under 240 now. So we're not going to mess with that total here, although we loved it at 235. And we do think there's a lot of points there. And we do think Dallas is a miserable defensive team. And when these teams have met recently, Beltway Ben, we've seen totals of 247, 271, 228, 248, 240, 268, 241. Why do I bring that up? I think there's a lot of potential for our guy, triple-double Denny, and the Klingon to do damage tonight. Yes, both of them. You're giving me 19-1 on Denny. I'm going there. He's rested. This is a big game for Portland. A chance for Portland to go over 500 for the first time in a long time. They're at home where they're good. Dallas is on fumes. And, I'm looking at, okay, the Joker just obviously went batshit crazy against Dallas the other night, but he's the Joker. But then I'm like, Podemski from Golden State, he almost had a triple-double against him. I'm going and looking at the Atlanta game. Johnson, 17, 11, and 9. Darius Garland didn't go for any rebounds, but dude had 11 assists and 41 points the other night. I just think this is a spot for Denny to go off. Now, is Klingon going to take some of those rebounds away? Yeah, but if you watch the Blazers, I do, so you don't have to. that first substitution, usually Klingon's out, especially if they're beating up on somebody early, around like 6:50, something like that. Then he plays deeper into the first quarter, and that's when we start to get a lot of those rebounds when Klingon's off the court. So anyway, like a Denny triple-double plus 1880. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it at home. And Dallas is a team that's been giving them up lately. And then the Klingon's got 11 straight games, Beltway Ben, where he's got at least 11 rebounds. And he's got 11 points or more in 8 of the last 9. I'm comfortable with the 14 here because he's frankly averaging about 15 for the season. Big men have been getting.
It's been a while, I feel like, since we've had this happen. For any of our viewers, oh, there we go.
Yeah,
could you hear me?
Lately, I've been keeping it on the Wi-Fi and having the thing plugged in, and it's been working. But
it's been working. So I was just mentioning that when you were gone.
No, it's been working. But like I'm looking at Brooke Lopez the other night, 10-9 against these guys. Like I feel like 14-12 I can live with, plus 141. You can mess around. Yeah, you can mess around with the Your Way on FanDuel. Actually, this was priced better at DraftKings. It wasn't a big difference, but every difference matters. But yeah, I mean, Klingons, we've had games recently with 16, 22. His last 3 against Dallas, 18-11, 16-11, 11-11. But again, big spot for Portland to get above 500. So those are 2 plays we really like.
Yeah, for me, we're going to.
Do you know what a Klingon is? Klingon. Does that mean anything to you?
Not at all. What does that mean?
It's just that's like what was like some of the. I'm not a sci-fi guy at all, but Star Trek there were like Klingons. Like I don't really know if they were good aliens or bad aliens. Part of me thinks that Mr. Spock or Dr. Spock or whatever. I feel like he was a Klingon, but he was part of like the group of. I guess there were some aliens and some regular people who were in the Enterprise, I think was the name of the ship. Star Trek, Klingons.
If you think for a second, as open-minded as I am, I'm watching Star Trek, you're crazy.
I'm not watching it, but I mean, it's hard. It was, it was a big deal. But yeah,
Star Wars is a big deal when I was a kid. I would tell people, please get that away from me. The sports rule the world. Sports is more important than anything.
I mean, you want to talk about mascots procreating. What's his face? Shatner was, I guess, like just a human driving the ship, but it definitely looked like he got down with some aliens.
I like how we do get to the procreation every. It's probably like
it's just been a recent trend. It's been a recent.
I don't know that it'll ever.
It's all Mrs. Met's fault.
Between that and you say Kikuchi, and then we all say Kikuchi.
Shatner got down with the aliens.
Shatner say Kikuchi.
I ain't mad at
him.
They
all did. Yeah.
It's Freaky Deaky Friday. Hey, it's a Freaky Deaky Friday.
Shatner.
Do you know who William Shatner is?
If I saw him, maybe.
Yeah, he does Priceline commercials, so you would probably know him from that.
Probably a picture. Yeah, I don't know a lot. Like some people talk actor or actresses with me. I just look at them like that doesn't do anything for me. But you know what does? Draymond. Draymond over 11.5 rebounds and assists at -138. They matched up with the Wizards back on March 16th earlier in the month. And Draymond went for 15, 8 boards, 7 assists. And we were on triple-double. We were on double-double, which we're going to get to in 4th down. I just think this is mispriced for a guy. And I know he's not going over it with regularity. Last game didn't go over it. The game before that, though, we did see him grab 7 boards, 6 assists. So we cleared this number the game before that. And he hadn't been over until that Wizards game again. Earlier in the year, he was going over a little bit more. And the minutes is weird. But we are starting to see him get into the 30s again. This is a team that's still pushing. They're trying to win. They're not trying to tank as much as some other teams are. They want to get Steph back and try to figure things out then. But I just think Draymond against the Wizards, he's going to be trying to direct guys. We have tacked his number against the Wizards all time and time again. It's kind of the same description where Draymond is older than a lot of these dudes. He's going to push people around. He's going to show guys how he does things like he always does. And if he can get us 6 assists, I do think the 7 or 5, 6, 7 boards will be there for him to get us ultimately over this number. He's an aggressive player. He'll play 30-plus minutes, I'd hope. I don't know that this is a blowout. Neither the Warriors or Wizards has been very good lately. The Wizards will punt in the 4th quarter. If they do that, the defense is only getting worse. That's fine because Draymond will be out there adding a few more assists. So I do think it's a solid night for Draymond like it was the last time these two teams faced off. As long as he gets us to 28 to 32 minutes, I think he clears the 11.5 rebounds and assists.
We watch the Wizards.
So you don't have to.
I don't even know if this belongs in fourth down, but we're putting it there. It's a parlay. It's not a particularly long parlay by any way, shape, or form, but I guess we're going to call it fourth and long. Beltway, Ben. Just give me the Dodgers, and the Fighting Fish of Miami on the money line. I'll buy Alcantara being solid this year. I'm definitely not buying the Rockies on the road. I'm not buying the Rockies on the road early in the year. I'm not buying the Rockies on the road in that dome. I like Miami here. I know Stowers is out, but and then look, I'm an Emmett Sheehan guy. I think Emmett Sheehan's gonna have a real nice year for the Dodgers. I think Ryan Nelson's gonna struggle against this Dodgers lineup. We see Tucker immediately coming out, making a difference. I think the Dodgers can win this ball game. So Dodgers and Fighting Fish plus 125 at the bet 365. Bet 365.
Fourth down will definitely be long for me because I got a bunch of different
Freaky
plays.
deaky? Is it long and freaky?
We'll get to weird in a second. I'll get to Draymond real quick because I just was on it.
Wow.
We're going to do two different things here. And I think this is maybe the first quarter of a unit play. Fine, choppy. So this is going to be a half unit play. Draymond for a triple double or double. Or sorry, no, that's supposed to be double. Real quick.
I was going to say.
Yeah, no, triple double.
You're only getting 7-1 on the Draymond triple double. I'm like, that's why I'm like, that's freaky deaky.
No, this is a double.
I was going to say. Okay.
He doesn't have many this year. Only
if Denny's at 19-1, this guy's only at 7-1. Like no freaking way.
No, that's the double. Triple double.
There we go. Now that's
there we go. That's a quarter of a unit. So we're gonna go 3/4 of a unit place here.
42-1. I'm surprised they even offer it. Honestly,
I mean, but to me, like why
good
not?
For them. No, I would just think they'd be like, that's just enough to like. Let's just not even put it up there.
But why not?
Rather than give somebody 50-1.
We're talking about a Wizards team that allows more triple doubles than anybody in the NBA. Draymond, the last time he faced them, had 8 and 7, which isn't there, but it's not too far off for him in the fourth quarter here today. If he's at 8 and 8, to know, all right, if I get 2 boards and 2 assists, I'll be one of the older guys in the league to get a triple double. Draymond absolutely knows the stats on the back of his card. Could he get tossed here in the first half and screw us because you don't get the early exit for ejections? Yes, absolutely.
Hey, the Wizard been throwing hands lately. Ask I against I Williams. He knows firsthand. You don't mess with them. You mess with the Wizards, you might get chucked out of the game in the second quarter and blow Lock and Forest parlay.
No, the Wizards, they don't play. You're absolutely right there. It is a feisty bunch. But to that, Draymond knows that he's coming in. Hopefully he's prepared for it. He never really is, but he's prepared for it. Come out in the court, show well. I do think he'll get 10 either assists or rebounds. Wizards are bottom 3 in both numbers over the last 5, over the last 10, over the full season. The Wizards defense is ass. We've told you it all year long. We've attacked triple doubles. We've cast some really, really long shot triple doubles against them. So I will be playing with you. Yeah, I'll play that at a half unit. So again, we're going 3/4 of a unit here. Half unit on the double and a quarter of a unit on the triple double. I mean, that would just be a fun cash for anybody. Now, we're gonna get fourth and weird. 2 different plays. Again, it's a long.
It's a Freaky Deaky Friday.
We'll start with the baseball one. Vladdy Jr. over a half walk plus 153. I mean, what am I missing here? Severino walked 10 dudes in his first 3 starts last year. Walked a bunch of guys in spring training. Struggled with some walks a little bit in the World Baseball Classic. Yeah. He's going to walk 2 or 3 batters, I feel like, today. And if that's the case, who in that lineup is terrifying like Vladdy, right? Vladdy was like top 18 in the MLB in walks last year. Walked north of 80 times last season. He gets on base, and sometimes when he takes his hits, runs RBIs. I know he mashes Severino, but to that, Severino knows that. Severino's going to be damn careful. If you got 2 outs in an inning, you might be fine putting Vladdy on first because he's probably not stealing second base, especially with the situation you have. Langolier's fine catcher. I don't know. I don't think that Vladdy's going to be given a ton of opportunities to hit, and we just need 1 walk here. I think this value is way too good for a guy who, as I said, walked 80 times last year, 81, whatever it was. Top 18 in the MLB. That's not, top 5, an outrageous amount like we see with Judge or Ohtani or those dudes, but he's still walking a very good amount. You're facing a guy who walked 3+ batters in 3 of his first 5 starts last season. So I don't know. I think Severino might be a little off here today, and I like him to walk at least once at plus 153. The other play, final play for me, UCLA minus 18.5 at minus 110. This is the women's basketball tournament. Not up with Minnesota. Like I just don't. I don't see this being a close game. UCLA is a 1 seed. They've been very good. Speaking of Jaime Haka's sisters there, they have actually a pretty good team if you've looked at what they've done this year. But they've been able to blow a lot of teams out. When they played during the regular season, it was an 18-point game, so right around the number. I think they're going to blow them out here. Minnesota, it's also familiarity, right? They've played against Minnesota's women's team before. So I like UCLA women minus 18.5 and minus 110.
All we need is one pin, Rodney. Overtime.
I don't know what that was, but it sounds old.
Ask your dad.
Yeah, it sounds old. Oh.
I'd be interested to see if he got that one. All we need is one pin, Rodney.
That definitely sounds old. Yeah, I know.
If he doesn't know, then give him a hint, and the hint would be, "Where's the beef?"
Where's the beef? So this
because it's from a commercial. It's from a Miller Lite commercial way back in the day with Rodney Dangerfield. And he's bowling with all these like former athletes and stuff, and it's like their team bowling, and everybody's blotto on Miller Lite, and God knows Rodney Dangerfield was blotto on everything. And then like I can't remember who it was. It might have been like John Matusak or something like that. I feel like it was an old Raider. And like Rodney's the last guy up, and he's all nervous, and like he's, you know what I mean? He could like win it for his team. All we need is one pin, Rodney.
All we need is one pin. Gotcha. He might want to know. I'll ask him.
I think he knows. He definitely knows Charo too. By the way, Ben, I got a question for you in overtime here today.
It's interesting. I like this exercise here.
College baseball. You came out a little hot.
I did.
You got off it quickly.
I did.
I stayed with the Lex.
Yep.
I have not. If you would have told me back in late February when baseball was starting that I was going to get a women's college basketball bet from you in the span of the next 8 weeks before I was going to get more college baseball, I'd have said, I don't think so. But that's where we are. Are you monitoring the college baseball? What's up with Beltway Ben and the college ball?
Yes. Speaking of, listen, I have it's not a system. It's just something that I paid money for at the beginning of college baseball season that gives me just some advanced data, some more things to look into for college baseball. And I was on it early, as you said. I was hot. I didn't really get cold. Like I just stopped playing it. Yeah, I just stopped playing it as much. The college baseball markets are tough with so many games. And with my schedule and how advanced I am into the NBA and with March Madness heating up, a lot of other things, I would try to check out. It was hard to get to some of the mid-majors advanced, and here and there I can. But it's just hard enough for me to follow it as it is. And I still do follow it pretty closely. And I'm going to be on it. College World Series, I can promise you guys we'll have, before the College World Series, the tournament in general, we will have a lot of plays on the college baseball tournament. I have been betting it on my own a little bit, but it's been about even, up and down. I've kind of been all over the place. And I don't want to just force something to you guys in a thing where these teams are playing 3 series. We've had a number, in my bets at least, that I've taken. Dude scratched, and you thought college basketball and college football injury reports were tough. Wait till you get college baseball, because that you're better off not even looking. It's just, I don't know. College baseball is a tough thing. It's not that, like, if you're into it enough, it's not too hard to handicap, but there's just a lot of uncertainty during the week. It's hard to know who's going to start. You know who you're getting Friday nights. You know you're getting Saturdays and Sundays for the most part. But at the same time, you also don't know where you're getting from some of these teams. A lot of inconsistencies. But I have been on it on my own. I have not tailed it. And I don't put it in the Super or the Discord much at all either, because again, I don't want to give you guys something that I don't feel fully confident about, that I'm not going to get out. But I will be on it maybe a few more times during the regular season. But if not, I'm holding off until the College World Series tournament, because that's always been an area where I bet a lot. But I have been on it still on my own. But it hasn't been going the way that I want to continue to throw it out here, especially when we have college basketball down the stretch, even with conference tournament play that we had in late season, regular season. The World Baseball Classic was also a way for me to give out baseball betting plays for 2 weeks that I was able to do that. So again, I love college baseball. It's very fun. It's just so much uncertainty and so many different things to have to put together when you're handicapping it. And I will be back on it, though, for anybody who's into college baseball, but it'll probably be a few weeks.
The people wanted to know. And by the people,
that want to know.
They probably did. The people probably did. I do know what I'm in store for tomorrow in college baseball. A high of 48 degrees at College Park. We'll be bringing some blankies.
You going?
USC and the Terps. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's Rocco's birthday today, so I can bring him.
Oh, tell Rocco happy birthday.
I will. But I mean, he was just home for spring break, so like literally, he's only been back. I feel like it hasn't even been 2 weeks. But yeah. So we will. We'll go to College Park tomorrow, and hopefully the Dirty Terps can get it done. that's the show. Beltway Ben. Would you mind putting up how we did last night? And what are we thinking for Saturday's show?
10 a.m. I could.
Works for me.
10 a.m. is a good spot.
10 a.m.
I'm excited. But it's also like I'm trying to. Right now is a weird
Not
spot.
go crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. You're trying not to, but it's just glad that we're here. Very glad we're here. We also have NBA, which we started to slide away from, but then you see the Wizards on the slate. You're like, well, I'm not getting away from that. We have NCAA tournament. It's just best time of the year.
It is a great time indeed. So that is the show. As Ben just mentioned, we will see you guys at 10 a.m.
as well. Also,
tomorrow.
We did get a comment about the Discord. Kyle said the Discord's worth it for the live bets. Enjoying those. We are playing stuff live in there all the time. We have a lot of stuff that we're not giving out here in there. It's more stuff that we're playing. We're talking with you guys, and we also have a tournament bracket challenge. It's too late to join.
I'm not winning that.
I'm in second.
I haven't even looked, but I know I'm not winning that.
I'm in second place. Hopefully I can pull that one. But again, the winner, I'm
right.
not.
If you win, you're not keeping the money.
Yeah, the second place team gets 50. But yeah, we'll have other giveaways. We'll have other stuff in there as well. This isn't the first.
Absolutely. Okay. Hope everybody enjoys their Friday. You want to bet? We want to bet. Thank you as always for betting with us.